Hello, this is Richard over here at HoloScience West. Hey, I just wanted to say hello, everybody, and also thank you. I've just received 500 subscribers this evening, so I am very grateful for that. I haven't put any videos out lately, so folks are apparently watching the show occasionally. It's just been so darn cold out here. It's almost the end of February, and it hasn't let up where I live here, so it's a little difficult to get out and work on things comfortably in the garage, but spring's coming and it'll be here soon. So I just thought I would give everyone a tour as a thank you and kind of show you what I have going on now, some of the little projects, and then also what I have coming up in the future. So why don't we go ahead and I'll turn around and I'll show you what I've been up to. So most everybody knows about the Badlands project that I've been working on. It hasn't progressed from my last video, I'm afraid, but I am still working on it. I recently just got a new picture that somebody was kind enough to post on the American Flyer Trains Facebook page that has not this particular layout, but a similar one that they had in the Gilbert offices at Fifth Avenue in 1959. They had this frontiersman theme going on, and I've got some new insights on how to finish up this terrain and get this layout on the road. So I thought I'd show you this real quick, and there, let's give it a run. So what's neat about this is it has an on-off button that'll turn the whistle on and off. So as the train goes in and out of the tunnel, it'll come around. And this is how this layout was originally equipped. And what was neat is there is actually a button, I think it was probably from a barrel loader, where you could reach underneath and turn it off so that you didn't have to listen to the whistle all the time. And no whistle that time. So I've done a few modifications to this. I can actually run 2 trains at once. So if I can get this finished and out onto the display circuit, we're going to have the Franklin and the Washington running at the same time on the layout with some authentic vintage cowboy models and things on here. We'll pull it up to the station and stop. So something else that I've worked on, it's a 28117 replica layout. I don't know if I can put this up here and kind of show it to you. And I'll show you. It's actually a reversed version of the one that shows up in the catalog. And it's a trestle layout. I was missing a couple of trestles, so I just used a couple of 3/4 inch pieces of balsa wood to kind of get the height on a couple of the small sections. So this one is a pretty interesting, and it fits on a 4x6. It was originally designed with this section of track in the middle, and there were a couple of accessories that you could put right next to each other, like where that caboose is. So if you notice, this one's a little scary, and there's a reason why. Because I accidentally dropped this caboose. It decided it wanted to fly, and I flew it right off this point all the way down to the concrete floor. Crash. So I just created myself a kit bash project out of this Reading caboose. So hopefully I'll be able to do something useful with it. But for those of you fretting out there, I just want you to know that I've got plenty more to work with for the time being. So anyways, this is a pretty cool layout, but what I'm wondering about out there is how many folks have put plexiglass or some kind of a barrier, you know, to either keep folks from grabbing your layout and or keep items from falling off of it, which are top-heavy flyer trains are prone to do. And if you have any advice, you know, let me know the best way to make a nice removable, maybe like a plexiglass or some kind of a screen barrier that'll keep the trains on the layout and people's hands off of it if I take it to a show. And any advice is appreciated. You know, screwing it into the side, putting a bracket, making a separate table with sides, whatever you think, let me know. But I thought, for safety's sake, I'm going to go ahead and we'll fire up the little work car here. So what I did on here is I used the black track from the early 1946-47 time frame. And it has a tendency not to conduct electricity as well. And it's been cold out here. It might have corroded up a bit. But we'll give this little guy a toss, and we'll see if we can get him to either fly or stay on the track. It makes for a really cool little display layout. There you go, zoom. And back up. How about that? We'll slow him down a bit so I don't get nervous. And what a neat display. Unfortunately, I'm going to take this one down. I meant to have it up for Christmas and have a Christmas tree in the middle of it over here. And so to make room to finish up the plastering and whatnot for the Badlands, I'm going to go ahead and take this one down. But it's easy to put back together. So we'll leave him safely in the middle. Over here, I know this is a bit of a mess. My whole place is a mess, but this is a 4x6 layout. I have a video of this. I had to take it down, and I've incorporated it into a bigger layout that I'm building here in the Hall of Science West. But this is my erector turntable that I built. It's scratch built. Or actually it's kit bashed is a better term for that. And this layout was originally my Uncle Ray Morlang's. It's a 4x6 and it's painted pea green. That's the original pea green from the 1950s. And eventually that'll be a nice operating turntable layout. Wish me luck. So as we go past the Franklin again. So one of my other hobbies that I do is I've been building slot cars lately, and I've gotten into those. So I built myself a little test track. This is a 4x8 sheet of actually corkboard that was being thrown away. So I went ahead and I put a layer of glue and sawdust on here. And eventually I will paint this board, and what this sawdust comes out like this. So this is just plain old sawmill sawdust that came from my backyard, basically, just down the road. And it's been painted. And this is similar to what they did on the old original layouts. And it just by itself, and you throw a little lichen on there, and it makes a really nice surface layer, especially for a portable style layout. But back to the thing at hand, I do these slot cars. So there's a thing called proxy racing. So you can actually build a slot car and you can race it on other people's layouts. You mail off the slot car, and they have these really unique tracks, and they'll race your car for time. They have special rules that you have to abide by. So these two cars, actually, they're for a home racing world proxy event coming up this summer. So there's two different classes. There's the open wheel modified, and then there's the, oh, I'm gonna mess it up, but oh, I can't remember what it is, but these two cars will be racing over there. So both of these are custom. They both have I built my own brass chassis for underneath those. I'll put him back there. And this guy has his own chassis as well to fit, and they are model kits. They're AMT All-Star, or I can't remember the exact name of it, but they're AMT 1/32 scale kits. Now these two over here are interesting because they're vintage 1960s Eldon race cars. They're the later models. This one's a 62 Chevy, and this one is a Corvette, about a 65, 66 Corvette. And they're kind of fun to race. And so I have it set up like, sometimes like the way the Flyer did. You'd have a roll loop of track. I can run a train, or I can run my slot cars. So we'll go ahead and do a quick demo run here. I can't run him too fast because he has a tendency to skid out. I had to put some extra boxes as a barrier over there because one of my other proxy cars I just sent off, it went flying over there into my garage bay. So that's my T-Bird, and this one's my little 32 Ford. He's a pretty quick car, and I already spun him out. There we go, we broke him loose. So that's what that's all about. And so I get a little bit of variety here at the Hall of Science. So I think I'll just leave you here with the Franklin. We'll turn a little whistle action on. Thank you so much for those folks who tuned in, and for 500 subscribers. Here's a whistle for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I hope I can continue making enjoyable videos for you and promoting American Flyer trains. And that's the important thing. Remember, enjoy your American Flyer trains. Y'all have a good night.